Welcome to my YouTube channel Kadam Academy. Dear friends, already we have studied the linear and viscous damping. Under this viscous damping or linear damping, the three cases we have studied. For this, when we solve that equation, solution of the free damp vibrations, and that solution with the three cases with respect to zeta. Zeta is the damping factor. When the zeta is greater than 1, the overdamp condition, and when zeta is equal to 1, the critical damp, and when zeta is less than 1, underdamp. You can observe this motion, how the overdamp, critical damp, green color, and the underdamp motions are there. We study in detail. So in this case, we are going to study overdamp vibration system. What you learn after this video, you are able to analyze damp mechanical system, response of free linear viscous damping, single degree of freedom vibration. You are able to write the solution of differential equation of motion of free overdamp system, the vibratory system, where the zeta is greater than 1, and analyze the displacement on time curve response of free overdamp system, vibratory system. Okay. See, in these different three cases, we can observe the actual motion of the body, which is attached with the spring. In overdamp, how it is move, and critical damp, how it is move. And these motions are represented here with the same color. This red color for the overdamp, it will goes on decreasing, and for this color, green color, here is the critically damped, and this blue color is shown by this line, the blue line, which is slowly goes on decreasing. What will happen here? Here zeta depend on the damping factor. These three damp single degree of freedom vibration, it will shown to you to clear your idea. Now we will go for the linear viscous damping. Already we have studied the solution for the pre-damp vibration or the linear viscous damping, that already we have derived this equation 4 in last video. You go through the watch video, and we have derived this equation in the linear viscous damping, that x is equal to a e raised to minus zeta plus square root zeta square minus 1 bracket close into t into omega n plus b into e raised to inside bracket minus zeta minus square root zeta square minus 1 root this bracket close into t into omega n, where this omega n is what? This natural frequency, t is the time, a and b are the arbitrary constants, and here this s1 and s2, you can assume this are the s1 and s2 are the two roots, and the value of these roots we have to find out. This solution, and in this case, when the zeta is value of zeta, the possible three cases will be there, depend on the zeta. Zeta, when zeta is greater than 1, the overdamp condition, you can observe here this line for the overdamp condition. Okay, this line, this curve for the overdamp condition, and it is goes on decreasing. This is non-periodic motion. Similarly, critical damp, okay, this green color, and this blue color for the underdamp. It's go slowly, it will reduce the mean position, okay, equilibrium position. In three cases, zeta is greater than 1, zeta is equal to 1, and zeta is less than 1. Similarly, the damping coefficient, T is greater than Cc, critical damping coefficient, and C is equal to Cc in critical damp system, C is less than Cc in underdamped system. Okay, these both conditions are same, okay, either or we can consider for this three cases. Now overdamp we are going to study in this lecture. So in this overdamp, the case 1, zeta is greater than 1, that means C is greater than Cc, that is the coefficient of damping. Damping coefficient is greater than the critical damping coefficient. So what will the solutions? The two solutions will get, and these are real and negative solutions are there. When zeta is greater than 1, both the roots are S1 and S2 are real and negative. S1, S2, these are real negative, and this value we can write. Already we have derived this one in the linear viscous damping. Watch that video, have derived that. So I have written this equation directly here. So this roots S1, S2 is equal to omega n. Inside the square bracket, minus zeta plus minus square root of zeta square minus 1. This bracket closed. This is the roots. You can write separately here plus minus. Instead of this, I have written separately S1 with the plus symbol and S2 with the minus symbol. But what we have written in this case is omega n replace by C by 2m, and we have written here zeta. So put the value of zeta, and we have got this. We can get the general solution will be in the form of x is equal to a into e raised to s1t plus b into e raised to s2t, where this s1 is, this s1 s2 are these solutions. Okay, these roots of the equation. So these a and b are the arbitrary constant, and we can find out the value of a and b from the initial conditions. Friend, what are those initial conditions? We'll get the value of a and b. This equation x is equal to a into e raised to s1t plus b into e raised to s2t. So s1 s2 are the roots with real and negative, a and b are the time constant with the time t. In the initial condition, when first initial condition was t is equal to 0, at that time x will be equal to x naught, means the initial displacement, and consider the velocity 0 at that time of the x is equal to x0. So what will the equation? That the equation becomes, already we have written that equation. Putting these values, initial condition values in this equation, we'll get this x is equal to, putting this x is equal to x naught. So last we'll get the value x xo x0 is equal to a plus b. This is the putting this value in this equation. Okay, what will happen? T is equal to 0, e raised to 0 becomes 1, e raised to 0 becomes 1, that is the a plus b is remaining. Similarly, we will go for the second condition. In this condition, what is the condition? T is equal to 0, x dot is equal to 0. The previous equation of x, we are differentiating with the respect to time t. Okay, dx by dt. That means x dot is equal to a into inside the bracket. After differentiating that equation, I will show you the again equation. This equation we are differentiated. This equation 4 is a into e raised to minus zeta plus square root of zeta square minus 1 into t into omega n. This differentiation I will write here. This term will come in multiplication. Okay, into same term will be there, and similarly in this here minus zeta square under root of zeta square minus 1. So this is the rule of the differentiation to the e raised to this x. Okay, what will happen? This constant will be there to written here, and this same term will be there. So what will happen? Next step, the second condition. We have to put the initial condition for the second one, that t is equal to 0, x dot is equal to 0. From this equation is 5 and 6. 5 already we have written here. This equation, this is the 5 equation. This xo, initial displacement is equal to a plus b. This is the equation 5, and this is the equation 6. From this both the equation, just solving this equation, we can get the value of a and b. These are the value of a is arbitrary constant and b is also arbitrary constant. Just solving, putting this in this case, the x dot is equal to 0 here, and this t is equal to 0, here in this equation, and this will remaining, okay, this minus zeta A equal to minus zeta, and this x0 by 2 under root of zeta square. Just two equations will get in terms of the A and B, and just linear equations are there. Solving those equations will get the value of A and B like this. See, B is equal to, here what is the difference in these two, both the equation? Here plus sign, here is the minus sign. Remaining is the same. To write the equation, it is very easy to remind this one term, and for the B is minus. Okay, it is very easy to also, if this is a technique, substituting the value of this 7, equation 7 of values of A and B in this equation 4. Already we have written equation 4. This will get the value. X is equal to this value of A, XO, that is the initial displacement, upon 2 into this zeta square minus 1 inside the bracket. This term here we have written here A and B value, and we get the final answer for this solution of the overdamped system. Okay, so in this case, what will happen? The S1 S2 are the two roots and real negative. As the displacement is x decreasing with respect to time, so what will happen? You can observe in this graph decaying exponential with the values of A and B. It is represented for this term with respect to one term with the A constant and B constant. The remaining term, the exponential, it will show the initial values, and the after initiating the vibration, what will happen? The vibrating mass will not be allowed to reach its stable state even once. What will happen when it is vibrated for this amplitude, and it will come to rest here, but it will not come to the mean position till the infinite time to come back to equilibrium position. This behavior is called a periodic motion and would not have any frequency. Hence, this is only on one side. This is not like this rotation. This motion will be not in sinusoidal, only one direction. Hence, it is aperiodic, and hence they are non-periodic or non-oscillatory also it is called. This would mean that the motion does not repeat. This motion does not repeat. Once it is go upside and come to the mean position, only one side. Okay, hence the system will don't have any frequency. The system, overdamped system, don't have any frequency. This type of motion is rarely observed in the systems. Friends, the graph will show the various x by this displacement by time plots. Okay, this is the displacement by time plots, overdamp and the critical damp system. Here is the higher is the damping damping ratio, the zeta. Okay, this is zeta higher. What will happen? The response of the system and very inactive. Here response of the system is inactive. Okay, so what will happen here? This higher the zeta damping, okay, factor, so less is the response. So that is we have proved, and the plot shows the overdamping and critical damping. Overdamping means zeta is greater than 1. What will happen here? See, zeta is overdamping, so it will goes on reducing. Response will be very less. Okay, inactive. More inactive would be the response of the system, and more would be the resistance to the motions. Okay, to the more damping ratio is greater than 1. And similarly, I have shown the dotted line for the critical damping. Okay, and this damping showing the variation of displacement with the turn angle omega and t for the different zeta. Zeta is greater than 1. So friends, this is regarding this overdamped system. What you learn, you just write down, and if you are not, subscribe my channel for more and more videos and the attractive videos and more numericals. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you. What are the outcomes of this video of mathematical modeling for this all the vibrating system? I write down 3 outcomes, and friend, here You always learn by self-assessment only, and you have to subscribe my channel Kadam Academy. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe it. Thank you very much.